May is Stop the Bleed Month, a month dedicated to teaching everyone how to prevent serious injuries. EMS coordinator Amy Moshinsky from Aurora Medical Center and Torin Slaughter are joining me now in studio with more. Torin, actually we'll start with you. Torin, okay. You are a high school senior at J.I. Case High School in Racine, and you attended one of these Stop the Bleed training sessions earlier this year, and that really sparked an idea for you to bring these kids to school. Why did you want to do that?
So this is a training that isn't really well known. It's really it is cost-free. It's really good training to have in these traumatic events when people aren't able to get the help they need, because sometimes it takes a little bit for EMS to arrive. So I just wanted to bring training to our school, Case, and the teachers and faculty, and even some of the students are trained as well. So it's just really good training to have, and then you don't have to use it in school. You can use it on the road, whenever.
Yeah, always great to be more prepared than less prepared, right? So Amy, talk to me about Stop the Bleed, and when we're talking about stopping the bleed, what type of injuries are we talking about here?
Yep, so Stop the Bleed is an initiative that started in like 2015. It came out of a lot of mass casualty type of events. So American College of Surgeons and the Committee of Trauma, kind of a bunch of really smart people came together, and they were finding that people were dying because of preventable injuries, so they were bleeding to death. You can bleed out from a femoral artery or an arterial bleed in like 3 to 5 minutes. Wow. So simple interventions like holding pressure, applying a tourniquet, packing a wound, these are very, very simple ideas. So that was their initiative, and the goal was to make Stop the Bleed and these kits just as familiar as AEDs nowadays. So it was a pretty cool initiative. I've been on board since we started. I'm pretty passionate about it.
Yeah, it's so important when you talk about something so small that can lead to life-changing consequences. So you guys have actually teamed up on this capstone project, which is really going to have some really long-lasting impacts. You want to bring 100 of these trauma kits to Case High School and also get everybody trained, kind of break down what's in these kits and how they can help.
So in a kit, you'll find a tourniquet packaged like this. Just a regular cat tourniquet. You'll find a bandage to wrap around, either some type of gauze kind of like this to pack the wound. And then sometimes you might find a pair of trauma shears to cut any kind of clothing off. Because sometimes you can't always see exactly where the bleeding is coming from. So it's a really simple kit to have, and I believe there are directions as well in case you aren't trained, but somebody has a kit, it'll walk you through everything that you need to know.
Yeah, so how can people at home be a part of this, not only with getting people trained, but also helping you guys supply some of these kits to J.I. Case? I know you guys are working with local fire departments as well.
If they, just want to help, if not with my colleagues exactly, but they can go on Stop the Bleed, purchase a kit, get trained, because you never know when you're going to need the training. It could happen to you, it could happen to a family member, someone you don't even know, just anywhere on the street. So they can purchase a kit, get trained, but if they'd like to help me and my cause out, they can contact me just through email. At Case High School, sorry. And then we can get in touch and we'll start trying to find ways that you can help out.
Yeah, well, I think it's so commendable that what you're doing as a senior in high school to really bring some of these really impactful kits, not only to the school, but to get everyone trained as well. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate it. Yeah.